Good evening, all my little Digimans. Today you have Rena here with you, and well, we're going to talk about a game. And tonight's game is one I definitely spent a lot of hours playing on the good old Nintendo, and that game is Mega Guy 3, Mega Man 3. Um, what we got? There, Mega Man 3. All right, now. This was actually just the second Mega Man game I got. I had Mega Man 2 originally, and I had a lot of hard times with it. I was pretty new to gaming in the platforming sense, and shooting and whatnot, so I wasn't very good. Um, I didn't beat that particular game until way later in my life, partly because I never figured out that when you're shooting the alien, you need to use bubble lead. I had no idea. I didn't have a Nintendo Power guide with that, so no clue. I just had to never figure that out. But, well, Mega Man 3 came out, and I grabbed that bad boy long after it existed. Because, well, back then, I didn't have a lot of money. I was a little kid. Um, I borrowed it and rented it several times. This copy I purchased, well, recently. And it's a good game. Like most Mega Man games, you have your circle of guys around you that you start by picking your stage and then going to get different weapons. And I was a big fan of the stage layouts in this one, as well as the particular boss critters. So you had a good variety of bosses, pretty cool overall set of weapons to pick up, and their stages were all hard but beatable. And I spent a lot of time taking out the 8 boss masters. The good thing is, once you've killed one, you get to keep your code, your dot code, and you can come back to play the game having succeeded at that process so far. So that's good. And I know there's probably some special order you're supposed to kill them in to be easiest, but I had the few I liked killing the best, so those ones probably got killed first. And other ones that I went for the weapon because I thought it was really good against a lot of the bosses, like the Hard Knuckle. That thing was awesome. Basically, a heavy rocket. And this was the game where you were introduced to Rush the dog, who turned into 3 different apparatuses. Turned into a springboard, a submarine, and a jet board. And that was just awesome. They replaced the 1, 2, and 3 items from the Mega Man 2, which were a jet board, a little hover platform that went up, and a platform that crawled up the edge of a wall. I don't remember ever needing the number 3 as an actual useful function in that one. But in this game, all 3 functions definitely were needed. Strangely, the submarine one that you're like, why would you? Oh, they made a level where you needed that, didn't they? Of course they did. So, overall, the main 8 levels were pretty decent. And then, oh no, you don't go straight to the Dr. Wily line, but after all those 8 boxes are gone, 4 of the boxes light up with retro stages. They're still the same basic color scheme as the previous boss stage where it was, but there are these like reborn suits that absorb the power from the 8 robot bosses from the previous game. So each of the 4 level, you have to beat 2 robot masters from the last game using this game's special weapons only. That can be a little tricky because you already may have memorized what weapons go good against them from their own game, but now you have to figure it out with a new set of 8 weapons. At least you have all 8 weapons when you come to this point in the game. So you have to go through these 8 levels, well, these 4 levels, with these 8 more bosses, to then get to go to the Wily Castle. And, whew, it was a trip of a set of levels for him, too. I don't remember all of them by heart at this point, but I can definitely say they were fun, challenging, and I had a good time going through them and trying to beat all those bosses in his level set. Now that you have all your 8 powers and you're gassed up, they make sure and let you know, hey, we know you have powers. You're going to need them. So, definitely a fun ride. Out of all the Mega Man games, it probably was my favorite. 2 being pretty close second, being my first one I've played. And it's still really good in my book. But 3 just had that extra fluff of being too cranked in to the background of 3 as part of another set of bad guys you have to kill. So, yeah. No Metal Blade weapon, though. That thing was awesome. Number 2, that's definitely one thing you had. Every game needs to have. Yeah. So, did you have Mega Man 3 when you were younger or now? As far as being able to get this game, you can actually buy this game kind of legit now as it is. It is in the Retro Pack 1 for Mega Man Legacy stuff, which has games 1 through 6 in it. And if you get the one for the Nintendo Switch, it has all 10 Mega Man games. Regular Mega Man stuff. Lots and lots of fun there. So, good excuse to get out there and Mega your man up. And it was on the Switch. It was on PS3. I know I picked it up on the 3DS, just the 1 through 6, that is. So you got lots of options. If you want to play it on a console, you got console spaces. So yeah, pretty cheap and pretty fun. Good long amount of game you can squeeze out of those. But yeah, leave a comment. Was this your favorite Mega Man game? Did you like another one better? Did you remember playing this one? Do you have a favorite robot boss? I know for me it was a toss-up between Electro-Man and Snake Man. Those 2 were just super awesome. And their stages were really fun too, so that also was good to boot. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the little dingly bell. It makes YouTube happy and makes me happy that you made YouTube happy because that means more people can see my videos. And then stuff will happen. And, I don't know, rainbows will shoot out of me or something. I don't know. Anyway, and also my Patreon link is in the description below. So if you're so inclined, that's down there, and I appreciate every penny that gets donated. But for this moment, Rena Fluff is definitely going to thank you all for watching, and she hopes you have a lovely rest of your day. And let's hope I can use these big clunkers to click that mouse button on the stop.